And we want to try, that's our goal for this year. The delivery is going to be a little tough, but we're going to get there. And what I really wanted to say is, your organization was our first organizational build in the Metro East. And we appreciate that. You've been with us for 4 years now. This is your 4th build. And yes, you have been a big part of that. And we appreciate it. I've had a question this morning, and I asked Gene if I could briefly, I want to explain how this works with donations and such. For a corporate build, our chapter asked for a $4,000 donation, and that's what the Rotary's doing today. Just to let you know, you are doing that today. The national donation's $5,000. We don't do that yet. Until they demand that we do it, we're not going to do it. We think 4,000 is good, and I'm going to explain why. The money goes this way, and real briefly, the lumber for this build is going to be around $1,400. It has dropped. Last year, you all know, if you're in contract or anything like that, the lumber for the same build was up around $1,700 to $1,800. It has dropped down a little bit. However, with our chapter, we were getting donated mattresses from Ashley. We're still getting those, but we're not getting as many as the need is. The first year, they gave us enough mattresses that covered every bed we delivered. This year, they're cutting back, not quite so much. We hope to deliver close to 300 beds. We'll probably only get 100 mattresses from them. So that money, so your accountants and that are thinking, wait a minute, $4,000? You're only spending $1,300 or $1,400 on the lumber. We have to start buying mattresses more than we have in the past. Mattresses, 50 of them, ballpark figures around $3,000 whenever we buy mattresses. Of course, that's for 50. We're going to build 20 to 24 beds today. And then bedding. And the reason we are able to ask for a lesser donation, we get a lot of bedding donated. And we had bedding, Gina brought bedding in today, and we appreciate that so much. We get bedding donated all the time, so we are able to sponsor for less. And then a bigger part of that, I mentioned to somebody this morning about Highland High School. We did a build for them this past Thanksgiving for Future Farmers of America. Those kids don't have money to buy lumber. So the money that's left over from donations such as yours today, we are able to use that to buy lumber for these people, these kids helping kids. Awesome. We use that money to buy that wood. So that's how that works. We like everything to be open and out there, so I thought I'd take a minute to explain that. If you have any more questions on that, feel free to ask if I made you confused or anything like that. But again, I want to say thank you for 4 years. Awesome. Many of you know these jobs because you've been here. So I'll ask you just to go to the positions. We have our headboards here, our drill press over there, the tap station over there, the saws. We have cut a lot of the wood today, but there is some wood to be cut. If you'd rather operate a saw, feel free to walk over there. Our people will be there. If you can see us through our jackets, we have red shirts on, the core group. So
underneath all the other.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The sanding is the easiest job. It is the dirtiest, but it's the easiest. The most important job. Also, this year, I don't know if we did this last year, but this year we have little plaques outside that when you brand today, and we'll try to cycle everybody through the branding station, we want you to brand 1 or 2 of those, take them home as souvenirs, put them in your office, wherever you'd like to put them in your house or home or office. Feel free to take those with you as a souvenir. We'll have people out there doing that. We'll have a staining station out there. I think we're gonna have a great day. Did I miss anything? Bathrooms. The bathrooms, the heated, clean bathrooms are down this way about a half a block. Men, if you don't mind, the maintenance bathroom's right back over here. That's up to the men. Ladies, I would suggest you go down to it. I've been in this one, a great bunch of people though. Again, we want to say thank you to Edwardsville High School for Josh. I can't think of Josh's last name, Jared.
Josh Ferry.
Ferry. And of course the superintendent is
Patrick.
Dr. Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Dr. Shaw. We appreciate them allowing us to use this facility. We are going to have a little problems with this year because of I think the remodeling of school, and this is going to be full of stuff. So, but in the summertime,
Principal Steve Stuart is the one that kind of approves everything.
Steve Stewart, okay. And I'm sure when Karen makes the, she's the one that does Facebook. She does an outstanding job with that. And when she does that, she'll mention all these names, but I can never think of all of them.
For those that haven't been here, maybe just kind of what do they do as far as finding a station or making sure that they're filled in an appropriate spot?
Well, yes, the sand. Jill is our building coordinator.
Okay, great.
Jared's behind, and anybody with a red shirt can direct you somewhere.
Okay.
Like to fill the sanders first because we do have some wood ready to sand, and then from there we'll go to these building stations. Jim Lacandro, where's Jim? Right here. He'll be in charge of the jig for the headboards right here. Phil Silsby will be in charge of the tap station. Laura will be in charge of the drill press right over here. Bob and Dale will be over there with the saws. So you can go to that station.
Excellent. Thank you.
And I do want to point out, the picture back here is what we're going to have as a finished product. It's a poster right over here by the gentleman with the 2 young boys. We're glad they're here today. That's what the beds will look like without the mattresses, of course. When we're done, we will not get to that point today. Actually, all we build today are the parts, and then we take the parts back to our storage, and then when we deliver the beds, that's when we put them together in the homes. We carry them in and we put them together in the homes. That's how that works. If you ever want to help us with delivery, see Karen and get your email address, and we'd be happy to take you on a delivery sometime. Any other? Gina, would you like to say something?
No, just thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks for setting this all up, and thanks for showing up, you guys.
Thank you again. Yes, Jill.
I was just gonna say there's personal protective gear
Yes.
in the box over there.
Ear protection, safety glasses over here. If you'd like to get that. Mask.
I just want to acknowledge the Lions Club. We have a member from the Lions Club here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Good morning.
Okay, from Lions Club. Glad to have you today.
Good morning.
Appreciate you being here.
Glad to be here.
Hopefully I'll get to say hi to all of you today and get to meet you. I'll guarantee I won't remember your name. I will try to meet you. We do appreciate you being here.
Jared reminded me that we always do a photo, a group photo. So
Yes.
do we want to do it while we're clean, or do we want to do it sawdust?
It's gotta be when you're dirty.
Okay, we'll do it later.
Do it when you're dirty?
Yep.
Yeah.
We will.